Hello everyone, I am Michelle Theresa Budiman from Women de Cafe 2024, and today I'll be talking about intellectual property infringements. Have you ever seen a brand that looks suspiciously familiar to another one? Or maybe you went to a site that offers free movies rather than going to the cinema? Well, those are real life examples of intellectual property infringements. And today, we're going to be diving into two cases, one from abroad, specifically the United States, and another in our own country, Indonesia. In the early 2000s, a small coffee shop in Astoria, Oregon, became the center of a trademark dispute with a big company we all know, Starbucks. The local coffee shop, named Sambucks, was owned by Samantha Buck. She had combined her nickname Sam with her maiden name Buck to create her coffee shop name. Despite being a local establishment with a quote-unquote unique identity, Starbucks viewed the name Sambucks as being too familiar with its own. They sent a cease and desist letter to her offering $500 for her to change her coffee shop name. She declined, and in the end, Starbucks filed a lawsuit alleging infringement on their brand. This case went to trial and the court ruled in favor of Starbucks. As such, Samantha was ordered to change the name of her coffee shop. So, knowing this, let's analyze a little bit on why the court ruled in favor of Starbucks in the case. Well, the ruling stated that the name Starbucks would cause consumer confusion and dilute the Starbucks trademark. Which I kinda have to agree to, because it is true. When you have a trademark, when you have a trademark, be it a small company or a big company, you have to be really protective of it. The smallest crack can lead to others misusing it and using your reputation for their own gain. You give one person or a company leeway, and the rest will try to do the same. Another note is that while it's sad that a local coffee shop had to change its name, and it would be a big hit to their finances as they're not a big company, she's not totally innocent. I mean, did she not notice that the name sounds familiar? Starbucks, Sambak. Even if it was from her own name, you kinda have to agree that it is similar. I believe she kind of is trying to have the same vibe as Starbucks to show that yes, we have the same quality. After seeing a case in the United States, we'll be seeing a case in Indonesia, our own country. In Indonesia, film piracy remains a big issue. One notable case involves an individual with the initials AFP, having been found guilty of distributing one of Visinema's films without authorization. Visinema being one of Indonesia's film production company. The Jambi District Court sentenced this guy to 14 months in prison for violating Indonesia's copyright law number 28 of 2014. The CEO and founder of Visinema, Angga Dwi Sangkoso, highlighted the importance of this verdict, stating that it would serve as a deterrent to others who are doing piracy and remind the government and the population of the need to protect creative works in Indonesia. While researching for this case, a question popped up in my head. What makes people want to pirate stuff? I mean, even I and my direct family are guilty of pirating. After more thinking and researching, I think the problem for piracy is about availability. Let's say there's this guy named Bob. Bob is an Indonesian student and a really big gamer. Recently, there's a game that keeps getting recommended to him and he really wants to play it. But looking at the price, he's not sure he can afford it. In this scenario, it's a problem of pricing. It's just unlikely for him to be able to get it. You could argue that technically he could save up and wait, which is true. But what if it's not a game but an application that you need for work? What then? Usually, people who pirate things do it because they want or need something they just can't afford or it's just not available in their country. It seems to be the only option for them. To them, it might be a somewhat lesser evil. They might think, I'll buy it later on when I can, but it's still an infringement. Morally, it is wrong, and piracy should really not be done. But I think that creators should also keep in mind how availability and pricing really affects the reasoning on why people pirate stuff. In the end, it's really important for you to protect your intellectual rights, whether it's a brand name, a book, an idea. Protecting it means respecting creativity. And with that, more and more things can be made. If you're a creator, protect your work. If you're a consumer, support the original creators and avoid pirating or copying content. Protect your ideas, respect your rights. Thank you for listening to this video, and I'll see you next time.